What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds. In the last episode, we completed off the House of Gales and got ourselves the Pendant of Wisdom. And in this episode, well, we're pretty much going to complete a ton of preparation work just so we can take on the next temple, which is going to be the Tower of Hera. Now, real quick, I do want to show something off. Let's look at the sign. Do not enter, do not blow up wall, very strange creature inside. Well, you know what, sign? That's not very nice of you. And I don't like signs anyway, so I'm not going to listen to you. Instead, blow up this wall. Now inside this cave, we have a very long and tedious side quest. I'm not going to start this side quest yet, but I do want to show it off and explain what it is. So, inside, we have Mother Maiamai. Now, Mother Maiamai has lost 100 of her children all throughout Hyrule and other places. If you talk to her, you will be quest with collecting all 100 of her children and bringing them back to her. Now, for every 10 children that you bring back to Mother Maiamai, she will offer to upgrade one of your standard items like the bow or the bombs. These upgrades are actually really useful, so I would recommend starting the side quest as soon as possible. However, for the sake of this Let's Play, I'm going to put this off until almost the very end of the game, just because I don't want her children appearing all around Hyrule and other places while we're, busy doing other stuff. It'll make more sense that way. Alright, so now that that is out of the way, what do you say we start doing some more important things in this episode and making some progress towards getting to the Tower of Hera? So we need like 2 items to actually, make our way to the Tower of Hera. Ravio only has 1 of them. The other item that we need, we'll have to get elsewhere. So for now, let's just go inside Ravio's shop and see what we can get. How's it going, buddy? A warm welcome to you, Mr. Hero. Today's special is the hammer. I am renting it out at a bargain. So yeah, since the Tower of Hera needs the hammer, Ravio is going to rent it to us at a bargain. So that's kind of nice of him. Anyways, let's see. 20 rupees for the hammer? Sounds like a deal to me. Thank you so much, Ravio. The hammer is actually really fun to use. We can use it to smash certain boulders and get rupees from them, or just like pound in pegs to solve puzzles. Alright, so now that we got that, let's make our way over to the sanctuary. Not really because we're going to stop there, but because it's close to something else. Now, I said we needed 2 items to actually get up to the Tower of Hera. Well, that's because in order to get up to the Tower of Hera, we need to scale Death Mountain. Death Mountain, unfortunately, is blocked by some small boulders, which Link is too weak to lift right now. So, we need to find something that will give us the ability to lift these small boulders because, well, I'll just show it off. Right over here is actually the entrance to Death Mountain, but if we try to lift these rocks, yeah, nothing really happens. But, thankfully, we know a guy who lives all the way in the back of Hyrule who has something that we can use to lift these rocks. Ugh, these rocks, real pain in the neck. This guy's a real tough guy. He should have what we need to lift these rocks. Dang, man, look at that beard. That is freaking awesome. Huh? A customer? How you doing, friend? Hey, you're that kid who works for the blacksmith, right? That's me. Decide you've had enough of that place, huh? Here to be my apprentice, maybe? Not really. Ha ha ha, just joking. I wouldn't do that to your master. Good to hear. So yeah, this guy pretty much provides all the ore for the blacksmith in Hyrule. But let's talk to him. I was on the mountain mining ore when all of a sudden, the earth started shaking. When I got home, the place was a wreck. Rocks everywhere. You seen outside? I'll be busting my back for days to clean up that mess. At least picking up rocks and smashing the things feels pretty good. Wish they were full of good ore, though. What? You want to try too? Rah! Feels good smashing stuff. Huh? Can't do it. Sorry to hear it. Can't stand to see a nice kid like you not be able to throw your weight around. Here, take this. It's a hand-me-down from yours truly. And with that, he gives us the Power Glove. It's so bad. No, this is not the NES Power Glove. This will allow us to pick up small boulders. You'll feel tough with that on your mitt. Ought to be able to pick up rocks. Smaller ones anyways. And if you get to smashing and just can't stop yourself, well, there's a whole bunch of them outside. Gahaha, just a joke, that's all. I wouldn't really tell you to do all my work out there. Still, if you do, who am I to stop you? Now, These rocks aren't going to clean themselves up. Back to it. And tell that old smithy master of yours I said hello. Alright, will do. Thank you very much, Rosso. So now we can just go around and pick up rocks and throw them until our heart is content. We can also use them to kill freaking annoying crows who try to attack us for no good reason. Now behind Ross's house there's actually a cave, and we can use our hammer to smash in this peg. Inside this cave, I believe it's just a small chest. Yeah, it contains 20 rupees, not really that big of a deal. Kind of, you know, random, but figured I might as well get it while we're here. So, now that we got this, we could technically go and scale Death Mountain right now and make our way to the Tower of Hera. However, I want to take care of a few more things and pick up a few more items before we take on the next temple. So, we're going to make our way over to Kakariko. Like, believe it or not, even though Kakariko is such a small town, there's still a lot to do there. Like, we've only really scratched the surface. But anyways, now that we have the power gloves, we can lift up these two rocks. You'll notice that there's like kind of a hole there. So if we jump off this cliff, we can head inside. And this is actually a similar secret to A Link to the Past. We can actually get a piece of heart from this. This is also in the same cave that we entered originally when we were in Kakariko to get like, I don't know, 20 rupees or something like that. But there we go. We got ourselves a piece of heart. In fact, we'll probably collect, I think, 3 more pieces of heart in this episode. But before we get to that, let's confront that thief that stole the smooth gem. So, as we already know, he just likes to hide out over there. Now, if he sees us, he's going to run away. So we're going to sneak up behind him. How are we going to do that, you might ask? Well, we're going to use our merge ability to merge on the wall, come up behind him, and just spook him out. Who's there? Haha! I snuck up on you that time. Where'd you come from? Why'd you steal the Zora's smooth gem, What's wrong with you? Sorry. Huh? I had no idea that stone was that precious. Yeah, well, you're lucky I was here to save them. I knew that gemstone would fetch a high price. I'm sorry. I already sold it to that guy over there. So I guess you technically would talk to this guy first before buying the smooth gem, but we kind of did that out of order. I already spent all the money I got from selling that darn stone. I couldn't help taking it. My boots help me run fast, so I've been stealing everything that isn't nailed down. But here, you take these boots. I can tell that you won't abuse their power. I hope they fit. And yeah, we kind of like bullied this guy into giving us his shoes. But now we have the Pegasus boots, so if we hold down L, we can charge up and then dash for a pretty long while. It's actually a really cool item. These boots take some getting used to, but you'll figure it out. Alright, well, thank you very much. Hopefully you've turned over a new leaf. Alright, so, you know what? Let's go and visit the bee shop here in Kakariko and get ourselves another item that we don't really need, but we might as well pick up since we're, you know, in the area. Buzz Buzz Link, long time no see. Huh? Don't you remember me? I've been catching bees since way back in the day. Well, I guess I've changed a bit. Takes a bee to see a bee, so I've become a different person. Yeah, very funny. Now every buzzy calls me the bee guy. Oh, I can see where this is going already. So just between us, I wonder if you'll do me a favor. I want you to catch bees for me. You can keep them nice and safe in bottles. What? You don't have a net? Because you're helping me out, I'll give you one of mine. And with that, he gives us a bug net. We can use this to catch bees or fairies and put them in our empty bottles. Spending my days surrounded by a buzzy swarm of bees has always been my fondest dream. So use that net to gather up some bees, if you please. Of course, I'll reward you for being so helpful. Yeah, alright. We'll work on that. Actually, you know what? We might as well go and see if we can find a bee to begin with and just give it to that guy. Now, bees appear in tall grass and in bushes, and I'm pretty sure it's like totally RNG based, so I'll just check this grass and, you know, maybe if we get lucky, we'll find a bee and we'll be able to give it to that guy. And oh my gosh, there's actually a bee there. Wow. I actually did not expect to find one that quickly, so that's pretty cool. Let's put that in our bottle, and let's bring it back to that guy. I believe he'll just give us rupees for every bee that we bring him, so it's really not that you know, amazing. But if you are short on rupees, that I guess would be a quick way to get some rupees. And oh crap, I did not mean to release that bee. Get back in my bottle, please. I wanted to talk to this guy, not give him the bee. And I don't care about the quake, dude. I got a bee for you, man. Come on, pay attention. What's that? You found one. I couldn't be more delighted. Wow, look at that bee's sheen. She's the bee's knees. Oh my gosh, this guy. Here's my way of saying thanks. Take this, Buzz Buzz. And he gives us 50 rupees. So yeah, really not that big of a deal. You're a real pro at catching bees, Link, but I wonder if you can find the most becoming of bees, the golden bee. Ooh, I've never seen one before. If you can bring me one of those, well, I'd be very generous. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out for it. But anyways, now that that is out of the way, let's teleport back to Link's house, because I want to go to Hyrule Castle and actually pick up a piece of heart. And I guess Link's house is like the closest location, although we probably could have walked there. It's like, I don't know, the same distance from Kakariko to Hyrule Castle from Link's house. Maybe, well, not really, I don't know, whatever, doesn't really matter, because if we just go along the right side of the wall, well, guess what? Here is a piece of heart. We needed the power gloves to get this bad boy, but there we go. Now that we got that, we can get out of here. I'm actually going to go and pick up another piece of heart, and that one is going to be at the Eastern Palace. So, hi Irene, please bring me over there. I'm so glad we have her at our disposal. This one shouldn't take us too long to collect. In order to get this one though, we need the bombs to blow up that cracked wall right there, and we also need the power gloves to lift up some rocks. Now, if you enter this cave, you can actually see the piece of heart just chilling there on that ledge, but we can't get it just yet. I just kind of wanted to show off, like, you know, where it was, so you'd have more context of to how to get it. Getting there is actually quite simple. You just gotta, like, travel down to the staircase and move these rocks out of the way. Yeah, after you get the power gloves and the bombs, like, the overworld does kind of open up a little bit more, since most obstacles can be easily cleared with just the bombs or the power gloves. Anyways, let's chuck a bomb at this cracked wall. And if we jump down and quickly make it in that cave, we'll be fine. The second we hit the ground, yeah, the statue's going to try to attack us. But don't worry about him. We're too quick. Alright, so let's merge onto this wall. And there we go. We got ourselves the lovely piece of heart. Like I said, most of the heart pieces in this game are fairly easy to collect. Anyways, now that we got that, I think it's time we start scaling Death Mountain. So let's teleport over to the Sanctuary, because that's the closest point to the entrance to Death Mountain. And we are going to start making our way towards the Tower of Hera. Oh wait, actually there's one more thing that I want to take care of. I promise this one will be very, very quick. In fact, it's along the way. Let's just come down here, because there's a chest surrounded by pegs. And of course, we can smash those in with our hammer and get 100 rupees. So yeah, that is definitely worth getting. It only took a few seconds. Alright, now I promise we are going to Death Mountain right now. We're going to start scaling the mountain and making our way towards the Tower of Hera. Now, Death Mountain actually can be quite treacherous, so I'm going to do my best to, you know, not get lost in here and climb it without taking too much damage, because this area, it's actually, well, very dangerous. I mean, the freaking name is Death Mountain, for crying out loud. You'd expect it to be, you know, a little difficult at least. Thankfully, with the Pegasus boots, we can just, like, dash through some of these longer hallways. But too bad this is, like, the only area where you can get away with using them on Death Mountain. Speaking of which, here we are on the main mountain itself. And yes, Death Mountain is actually an active volcano, so this is clearly the safest place to be. Now, like I said before, we can use the hammer to bash certain boulders that will give us more rupees, so that's kind of cool. We can also use it to make a few shortcuts around here on Death Mountain itself. Also, if you see any small boulders that are like sparkly, slash your sword at them, you can get a few rupees that way. So overall, Death Mountain, a pretty good place to come if you want to make some easy money. I mean, just look at that. We got like a freaking crap ton of rupees from just breaking some rocks, for crying out loud. No wonder Rosso loves this job so much. It's easy money. We got ourselves a weather vane, so let's activate this real quick. I'm not going to save here. I just want to activate the teleportation spot. Actually, I think there's something in this cave. I'm not entirely sure what it is. Oh, it's a chest. Let's see. Oh, it's 5 rupees. Well, money's money, I guess, and oh my gosh, I have 666 rupees. Holy crap, I better change that quick before something devious happens. Call me superstitious, but, I don't like the sound of that. Alright, well, this'll change that. There we go, much better. So, there's a few different areas that are similar to this area on Death Mountain. There's like, I don't know, 3 or 4 in total, and they all kind of look the same, so forgive me if I do get kind of confused while going through these areas, because there's a few secrets that I don't want to miss, and I have trouble remembering exactly which area holds, you know, which secret. But I'm pretty sure this first area only has like 1 or 2, and this one is monster guts. There might be a second secret up here. Oh yeah. I think if we just keep traveling upwards, we can head out here and get ourselves another chest. Let's see. Am I right? Yeah, there we go. And this is 20 rupees. Now, if we went out the normal exit, it's actually right over there. So this brings us to pretty much the same spot. And we actually get some more rupees. So definitely worth collecting. Now, this one. I'm not sure if this is the one that has the secret or if it's the one after this, because they're pretty much the same almost, except, you know, one goes to like the right and the other one goes to the left. But let's just see what's going on down here. Alright, so that is the exit, which means this is probably the one without the secret, but just let me double back real quick and make sure I didn't miss another path. Alright, I can't get to that bridge yet, so yeah, this is the one without the secret. My bad. Sorry about that. I just get confused easily in this area because they look so similar. But, the next cave is the cave with the extra chest that we need to collect. Which, actually, we don't really need to collect. I believe it's just more monster guts, but I do kind of want to, like, collect everything. So, I think we want to go up and to the right to collect the chest, because I believe the exit is off to the left. But, my gosh, there are so many freaking boulders in here. Like, thank goodness we're almost at the top of Death Mountain, and we won't have to deal with these boulders for much longer, but, alright, this is not a good spot to be. Screw it, whatever. Where's the freaking chest? Ah, there it is. Alright, fantastic. And we got some monster guts. Awesome. Let's get out of here, man. I am done with these freaking boulders, and actually, once we exit this area, we're pretty much at the Tower of Hera. Believe it or not, if we just go across this little gap, well, guess what? The Tower of Hera is right there. But before we go to that temple, there's that little cave entrance right in the center. So if we just pop off the wall, check it out, we can go inside. It's not really a cave, it's actually a little pathway that brings us to a piece of heart, but that's not it. If we keep following along this path, we can get a secondary prize. Check it out, it's a hidden fairy fountain. There's actually a ton of hidden fairy fountains in this game. Since we have the bug net now, what do you say we actually capture one of these fairies and put it in our empty bottle? You never know when we might need it. In fact, the next boss is actually kind of annoying, so we might actually need it. Anyways, this will bring us right back to the Tower of Hera, so I think that's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But, once again guys, my name is Matt, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.